Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give praises to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Harakah, HaKodesh. Double honors to our apostles and elders at Great Millstone who taught us his truth. Bless Shalom to you, Akim, that push the word across the four corners of his globe. Without truth and sincerity, Ba'ashem, Harakah, HaKodesh. Pretty much, that's what touched upon the fear of Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai. Pretty much how, that's pretty much what the majority of our people, lack. And really, which is going to, due to that, lack of fear of the power, they're ignorant of the deeds that they're doing, and the fact of how, consequences is going to be, sought for it, for your rebellion, man. Because here it is, Yahweh Shema Shah, he sends forth his prophets, as he would always do. Anytime our nation was, sent forth into captivity, the Lord will always raise up prophets, to warn our people. But, there's no new thing under the sun. Here it is, our people, are still scoffing and still striving against the priests to this day. This is 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. Actually, no, verse 14. Moreover, all the chief of the priests and the people transgressed very much after all the abominations of the heathen, and polluted the house of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashad. Polluted the house of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashad, which he had hallowed in Jerusalem. And the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashad, power of their fathers, sent to them by his messengers, rising up betimes and sending, because he had compassion on his people and on his dwelling place. But they mocked the messengers of the Most High, and despised his words, and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shemi Ashad rose against his people, till there was no remedy. And this is, I'm saying, the same way, the same thing, as pretty much, what was going on back then, the same thing is what you see, to this very day, man. Yahweh Shemi Ashad, he sent forth his prophets and servants, out there in the highways and byways diligently, man. Teachers, apostles and teachers, our elders, to show you the right way. What's our people doing, man? Scoffing, misusing the prophets, man. Despising his words, scoffing against the prophets, man. Just striving against them, man. Mocking them. Matter of fact, this is second Esdras. And the Lord, he sent forth, see, us being brought into captivity, we're supposed to acknowledge our offense towards Yahweh Shemi Ashad and realize that, we don't fucking belong here, man. That we fucked up, and see, we had to, acknowledge him through his son, and the Lord, will have mercy upon us, and bring us back home, man. But see, only a small remnant, is doing that, man. You know what I'm saying? But this is, first Esdras. Chapter 1, verse, I said that verse, let's have verse 45, so like, and after a year, Nebuchadnezzar sent and caused him to be brought into Babylon with, caused him to be brought into Babylon with the holy vessels of the Lord, It met Zedekiah, king of Judea and Jerusalem, when he was 120 years old, and he reigned 11 years, and he did evil also in the sight of the Lord, and cared not for the words that were spoken unto him by the prophet Jeremiah from the mouth of the Lord. And after that, King Nebuchadnezzar had made him to swear by the name of the Lord. He forswore himself and rebelled and hardened his neck. In his heart he transgressed the laws of the Lord, power of Israel. The governors also of the people and of the priests did many things against the laws, and passed all the pollutions of all nations, and defiled the temple of the Lord, which was sanctified in Jerusalem. Nevertheless, the power of their fathers sent by his messengers to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also. Same thing, was what was going on, in the time, our nation was under the Babylonians, man. Nevertheless, the power of their fathers sent by his messengers to call them back, because he spared them and his tabernacle also. But they had his messengers in derision. And look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made a sport of his prophets, man. So Yahweh Shem speaks into you through his servants, the prophets, man. He's not gonna come down physically himself, and talk, to us, man. The Lord, has always been dealing with servants, with his servants, the prophets, man. And the prophets look like, like regular men, just like you, man. You see, in these last days, like compared, back in the ancient world, a prophet was taken deadly fucking serious, man. But see, in these times, Jake is so, fucking like focused upon the outward appearance. Jake is not focused on, the whole spiritual, and pretty much, like the whole bigger picture, man. Because Jake is so caught up in the outer appearance because, like the average, with the so-called preacher with the mega churches or the big congregation or the flashy garments, so because Jake don't see that, upon the prophets, so Jake is quick to just undermine, scoff, and just think lightly, but here it is, the words are speaking, is straight up truth, man, telling you the future, man, telling you the judgment that's coming, man, So give a damn about, the fucking vain bullshit that that you worried about, man. You really should be fearing, man. Fearing Yahweh Shem Yahshua, fearing, the message that's being, brought out, man. What can I do to escape these judgments that's coming, man? And we're telling you, the only way is going to be through Yahweh Shem Yahshua's grace and mercies. So what can you do to Lord willing, to be found in the grace and mercies of Yahweh Shem Yahshua? You do things that's pleasing him, man. You repent, you turn from things that's displeasing him. You turn from, doing the deeds that you're doing in your life, and you turn back from those things. That's what it means to repent, to turn back from the evil deeds that, that was commanded of you not to do. So you turn back to the law, statutes, and commandments that was told for you to do, man. To come back to your true power. To come back to who you are. I'm saying, and waking up to who you are, man. But they had his messengers in derision, and look, when the Lord spake unto them, they made sport of his prophets, man. Same things are going on, to this day, man. You got Jake fucking doing comedy skits, of the service to prophets, man. You got Jake, just blatantly mocking, fucking throwing, all types of shit at the prophets, fucking spitting on the prophets, fucking throwing food, piss at the prophets and shit. You're making sport, man. But see, it's not until the wrath of Yahweh Shem Yahshua rises up upon you till there's no more fucking remedy, man. Verse 52, so far forth that he being wroth with his people for their great ungodliness commanded the king of the Chaldees to come up against them, who slew their young men with the sword, yea, even within the compass of their holy temple, and spared neither young man nor maid, old man nor child among them, for he delivered all into their hand. And this happened, man. Same thing is what happened back then. Same thing is is what's getting ready to happen once again because of the rebelliousness of our people, man. You know. We'll go back to 2 Chronicles chapter 36, verse 16. But they mocked the messages of the Most High and despised his words and misused his prophets, until the wrath of the Lord Yahweh Shemashai rose against his people, till there was no remedy. Therefore he brought upon them the king of the Chaldees, who slew their young men with the sword in the house of their sanctuary, and had no compassion upon young man or maiden, old man or him that stood for age. He gave them all into his hands. You know, so a carnal man would think it. Because going into this history, people don't understand, the work of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. First and foremost, it was already, prophesied, for the Assyrian Empire, to rise up, and to rule for a certain period of time, So, the Lord uses men, pretty much to punish, his people, man. The Lord uses nations, to whoop our ass, anytime, us as a nation will go off against them, and we'll be conquered and overtaken, and brought forth into captivity, man. Same thing, is what we see, in today's time, man. Us being brought forth over into the Americas, scattered throughout all the world. You know what I'm saying? You see, the Lord uses, the nations, pretty much to punish us, man. And one major, people, a nation uses, is mainly Esau in these times, man. It would fucking, which Esau is the Lord's sword, which, Jake would, carnal Jake would see that, and think, that the Chaldees did that, but no, man. The Lord did that, man. The Lord ordained us to be overtaken, man. Because of our disobedience, man. You know what I'm saying? See, but had we, cleave and continue in the ways of our forefathers, we wouldn't, had been overtaken, but, we understand that it was all according to prophecy anyways. But the main point, man, is how, see, this should make you consider the fear of the Lord, because this same thing is going to happen once again, man. You're seeing the same pattern, man. All hell's getting ready to break loose, and you're seeing the signs, man. And you're seeing the rumors, you're seeing what the fuck is going to happen. The fucking farmers are losing their, their crops and their, their agriculture and all that. This whole supply chain shortage is fucking increasingly getting worse and worse. The fucking stock markets are continuously plummeting. These aren't just fucking coincidences, man. But yet Jake, is still, turning a blind eye towards these things, because they can still go to McDonald's and go to KFC and go to fucking CVS and get their honey buns at like 2 a.m. and shit, and they can go to supermarkets and still see abundance. But see, it's not until everything completely just stops, man. Hey, I'm just gonna tell you that suddenly, man, suddenly shall the full storehouses be found empty. Murphy paraphrasing, the second Esdras. I ain't about to get it, but I'm saying in a moment these things are gonna really hit the fan, man. And it's like any day now, man, because we can see the times. So this should put you in the spirit of, what should I do to escape these things? This is Sirach chapter 18. And pretty much, man, it all begins with the fear of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, because see, you understand that, the Lord is ordaining these things, man. Like ain't no such thing as a fucking coincidence, man. Sirach chapter 18, verse 24. Think upon the wrath that shall be at the end, in the time of vengeance, when he shall turn away his face, man. Like, look around this whole world, man, in the times that you're in, the news that you see in the headlines, examine everything, man, and really fucking consider, you know, the way how, how it's all happening together all at once. Don't you know the Lord's getting ready to bring holy wrath, a time of great trouble upon the earth never before seen, man? So you gotta consider the wrath that's coming from Him. You know, that's getting ready to happen on here, man. The time of vengeance that's fastly approaching. When He's going to turn away His fucking face, man. You know, and see, right now His face is turned unto our people right now through His prophets, man. You know, just believe me, man. When all hell breaks the fuck loose, man, everybody's gonna be inquiring from the voice and the mouth of the prophets, man. Those same individuals that the world was scoffing against and talking crazy against, man. Well, I'm saying those same individuals, are gonna be protected and guided, all throughout Jacob's trouble, man. And pretty much everybody else is gonna be asked out here, man. Mainly our people and including these other nations, man. But mainly this trouble is targeted for Jacob, man, for our people. Jacob's trouble, 2/3 of our people, man. And the 1/3 is just gonna be brought through it. I'm saying this should make you fear, and to examine the times you're in, and figure out, what you can do to work out your salvation, man, so that you it's like, so that you escape these things. This is a 2nd Ezra chapter 9. You realize that it puts you in that a godly fear, because you understand that how ignorant majority of the world is. Majority of Jake is. Jake has no idea what the fuck is happening, man. Jake has no idea what the fuck is getting ready to come down the pipe, man. Every day Jake wake up and it's just a fucking partying bullshit ass spirit, man. All throughout the day, all throughout the week, man. Like it's like a spirit on Jake right now. Hey. The Lord said, that deep sleep, I'm roughly paraphrasing, is really on our people, pretty much. And truly, man, it's just like Jake is just oblivious, man. Just literally just fucking ready to be taken, man. But this is 2nd Ezra chapter 9, verse 1. He answered me then and said, measure thou the time diligently in itself, and when thou seest part of the signs past, which I had told thee before, then shalt thou understand that it is the very same time wherein the highest will begin to visit the world which He made. Therefore, when there shall be seen earthquakes and upwards of the people in the world, then shalt thou well understand that the Most High spake of those things from the days that were before thee, even from the beginning. For like us, all that is made in the world had the beginning and the end is manifest. And we're seeing the end being manifest on all sides, man. Truly, this year, as the Elder Apostle Tahar coined this year as a year of Yahweh started turning up, things have been turning the fuck up, man. And we're in the last crunch time, final months, of this year. We're getting to see, what the Lord has, in store, into going into 2023. And 2023 is not going to be any more lighter, man. It's going to be even more hell. Every year has been decreasingly gone worse and worse and worse, man. Because why? Because the end is being made manifest, man. But yet you still got Jake still slumbering. Like, hey, man. Fear Yahweh by seeing outside, man. Because at any moment, all hell's getting ready to break loose. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Start at verse 34. And take heed to yourselves, lest at any time your hearts be overcharged with surfeiting and drunkenness and cares of this life, so that day come upon you unawares. Like pretty much, don't be distracted. We all got hobbies and all that, but continue to stay in the spirit. Watch videos. Pray, fast. Just because, hey, man, like first and foremost, the days are flying. You know, the hours and seconds and milliseconds, you know what I'm saying, the minutes, they're going by fast, man. You know, like the article that came out, I believe, last month, how the earth is spinning, you know, more faster than ever before. Because why? Because Yahweh Shem outside is speeding up the times, man. He's making the days short, man. You know? And see, as a snare, this is verse 35, for as a snare shall it come on all them that dwell on the face of the whole earth. Man, when it said the fam, man, it's gonna be unexpected. You know, it's gonna be unexpected to those that's not expecting it. You know, and us that's that's constantly on our watch. You know, and expecting it. You know, we're diligently watching it. You know, and it's gonna like almost catch us off guard, but not as completely off guard like the world is, man. You know, because we gonna remember, that hey, the Lord spoke of these things. You know, we gonna snap in the spirit. You know, but these people, it's going to be really unprecedented for these people, man. Like, these people have no hope. These people gonna have no idea why everything is happening, what's going on. They're gonna have no idea, man. They just gonna just be I think it's in Zephaniah. It's Zephaniah chapter 1, verse 17. And I will bring distress upon men, that they shall walk like blind men, because they have sinned against the Lord Yahweh Shem outside, and their dust shall be poured out and their blood shall be poured out as dust, and their flesh as the dung, man. Yeah, man. You know what I'm saying? People gonna have just no idea, no understanding. You know, like a blind man. Just fucking just out there. And fucking, like broad traffic, a blind man just walking in broad traffic, it just no idea what's happening, man. That's you know what I'm saying. That's getting ready to happen upon the world, man. And you know what I'm saying, these people are getting ready to be fucking slaughtered out here, man. Mainly our people, man. 2/3 of our people, man. You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. So, Yahweh Shem outside is getting ready to bring this wrath. So what should you do? To Lord willing be delivered from what's coming. This is Luke chapter 21, verse 36. Watch ye therefore and pray always, that ye may be accounted worthy to escape all these things that shall come to pass, and to stand before the Son of Man. Hey, pray. I'm saying, hey, our elder apostles, and mainly, well, not mainly, but more so, our elder apostle, Rakah, he constantly pushing that, that prayer, man. Just like constantly, pray more throughout the day, and any chance you get, and speaking first and foremost to myself and to brothers and sisters that's listening, man. Pray as much as you can, to constantly keep you in the spirit, man. Because you ain't trying to be caught out there, like with your pants down, so to speak, like the world. And when March 2020 happened, that caught everybody off guard. Like nobody was expecting, everything to shut down and like the way how it all went. Ain't nobody was expecting that, man. Even we were expecting that, but yet we were expecting it, if you know what I mean. See, everybody was bugging out, killing themselves, just bugging out, tripping. Hey, the prophets of Yahweh Shem outside was out there in the highways and byways, and still doing the work, and you know what I'm saying, with no stress, man. You see, all hell's getting ready to break loose, man, and majority of our people gonna have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen, man. But see, you want to be caught up in the good side of Yahweh Shem outside if you're knowing what's gonna happen. This is Isaiah. Isaiah 33. Verse 6, and wisdom and knowledge shall be the stability of thy times, and strength of salvation. The fear of the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua is his treasure, man. That's going to be the anchor of it all, man. The fear of Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, and what's going to automatically keep you, give you wisdom and knowledge, the wisdom to, to be wise, to fear the power, and that, which you have understanding of the knowledge of who's controlling these times, of who's controlling the chaos that's happening, and you understand it's Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua. So it's best for you to fear him, and just by you fearing him alone, you're gonna be protected and guided, man, all the way up into salvation, man. Just because of that fear, and you calling upon Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, that's what's gonna keep you stable, man. Unlike the world, man, because they gonna have no idea what the fuck is gonna happen, man. You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, no idea who to call, no idea where to go, no idea what to think. Just gonna be panicking all the way, until your fucking judgment, man. And Esau's gonna slide in and use that to his advantage, to give you a solution, which is all the Lord at the end of the day, man. That's nothing, man. The Lord has everything on lock, man. See, the Lord's gonna already seal the people's fate, to use Esau to seal your fate, to give you this, your seed head, which is going to ultimately seal your damnation, man. Now, I'm saying, now, I'm saying it's what's the word? It's reserved for you, designated for you to suffer these ICBM nuclear missiles. But this is Psalm 91. He that dwelleth in the secret place of the Most High shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say, yeah, man. What's the secret place? I'm saying this truth, man. This understanding, this knowledge, this wisdom. Whereas the elders and apostles call this, this thing of ours, man. It's a secret place, but yet it's out in the open. It is out in the open. We're not hiding, but yet it's still a secret place. Shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. I will say, the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, he is my refuge and my fortress, my power, in him will I trust. Surely he shall deliver thee from the snare of the fowler and from the noise and pestilence. He's dealing with the missiles, the noise and pestilence. He shall cover thee with his feathers, and under his wings shalt thou trust. His truth shall be thy shield and buckler. Thou shalt not be afraid for the terror by night, nor for the arrow that flieth by day, nor for the pestilence that walketh in darkness, nor for the destruction that wasteth at noonday. 1,000 shall fall at thy side, and 10,000 at thy right hand, and it shall not come nigh thee. Only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked. And Lord willing, we have that election, man. We're going to see thousands upon thousands of people just drop on every side, but it's not coming near anywhere you, man. All you're doing is beholding the reward of these people, man. Of their deeds and what they sown, in their bodies, man. Only, verse 8, only with thine eyes shalt thou behold and see the reward of the wicked, because thou hast made the Lord Yahweh B'Shem Yahshua, which is my refuge, even the Most High, thy habitation. There shall no evil befall thee, neither shall any plague come nigh thy dwelling. For he shall give his angels charge over thee to keep thee in all thy ways. They shall bear thee up in their hands, lest thou dash thy foot against a stone. Thou shalt tread upon the lion and adder, and the young lion and the dragon shalt thou trample under feet. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him, and I will set him. I will set him on high, because he hath known my name. Those will keep the angels charge over you, man. And what I'm saying, it's gonna be like things, supernatural things, supernatural protection, man. You understand? It's gonna be chaos never before seen, man. Like in the movie, The Book of Eli, where the bullets was just not hitting him. He was getting shot at. He was blind. He was getting shot at in the middle of the street, and the bullets was just fucking winging past him. Or even fucking bouncing off of him. He just kept it moving until he got to fucking action and just fucking clapped them all. This is verse 14. Because he has set his love upon me, therefore will I deliver him. I will set him on high because he hath known my name. You know, and that love, is pretty much dealing with that, enduring for his name's sake, man. Pushing his word, and pretty much, the sufferings, man. And keeping his word, man. Verse 15, he shall call upon me and I will answer him. I will be with him in trouble. I will deliver him and honor him. With long life will I satisfy him and show him my salvation. And this is where we hope to be at, man. You see, let me get this is Psalms 34. Because the Lord's going to keep his elect, in the charge of the angels, of his angels. This is Psalms 34:7. The angel of the Lord Yahweh Shema shall encamp round about them that fear him and deliver them. The angels camp around those that fear him now, and will camp around those that fear them all throughout Jacob's trouble and deliver them, man. Which Lord willing, that we hope to be, man. Comment. That's basically the main points that I want to get for this lesson, man. It's Lord willing that all your brothers and sisters find satisfying. Until next time, I say shalom.